¿Qué tengo yo que hacer para conseguir que llegue el autobús a Torrebaró?
Els carrers de Torrebaró són massa estrets i empinats per aquí passi un bus.
Estoy cansado. Pues hacemos nosotros algo o el barrio se nos muere, se nos va la mierda, Manolo.
Este autobús está secuestrado.
Hi, good morning, María Guerra, Quinótico, Spain. Well, this is a kind of follow-up question because these events took place 40 years ago, and this cult was regarded or considered a criminal group, but unfortunately the ideology grew, and somehow, in America, grew popular. And I kept wondering, are American values in dispute now?
Sorry?
Are the American values, because the perspective is, or then was, that this is evil, this is right. But I think 40 years later, America is completely divided. So as a foreigner, I wonder, I kept wondering whether do you think that American values are in dispute now?
I think we live at a time now that was reflected in the film where, you know, there is division and there's a lot of conversation about the future and about ideologies. And I think the film, you know, was about an ideology that's incredibly dangerous and how it can quickly take seed. I mean, that's, you know, that's what we're sort of focused on in the film is I think how a particular voice, definitely speaking to disenfranchised, those that feel invisible or unheard, can very dangerously start to exploit that vulnerability. I think that's a timeless thing. You know, not only in America, I'm Australian, I think similar conversations and divisions are happening in Australia as well and many other places.
Jurnee, did you want to add something?
I was just going to add, yeah, I mean, I think the history of America is very complex. And if you look back throughout history, whether we're talking about the Jim Crow South or the Tulsa race riots in 1921 or the Oklahoma City bombing, like, this level of bigotry is not new. And unfortunately, it has existed in our nation since our nation was founded. And one of the beautiful things about art is that we get to hold a mirror up to society. We get to reflect society back to it, you know, and we get to explore the very complex sides of humanity, the ugliness, the darkness, in order for us to learn from it, hopefully, to not repeat it. So it is like you said, the film could have been made at any moment and it would have been relevant, you know, unfortunately. But I think that's the great privilege that we have as artists, you know, it's to be able to help the fight injustice, you know, and be able to illuminate some of these ugly sides of our history.